welcome back to another video, and if you are new here, hello, my name is Choua. So today I am going to be doing my Project 10 Uses update, and I feel like for the month of May, I progressed a lot. There are a lot of rollouts, which I am so happy about. And I'm just glad that I'm able to keep playing with makeup in this project. So let's just dive right into it. I'm going to talk about the products that I rolled in for the month of May first, and then we'll talk about the rest of the products. The first product I'm gonna talk about is the ColourPop Lippy Sticks in Little Tings. This is a cream lipstick, and I really liked the formula. I think it was a really good shade to just put all over the lips, especially when I was wearing a lot of pinks, a lot of purples. It was just a really nice pinky nude. I was able to use this 11 times, so one use more than what is expected, but I'm just glad I was able to reach for this and just reach that goal, because I was afraid, because of all of the things that I've been playing around in my makeup, I was afraid that I wasn't gonna reach for this. It's not that I hate this shade. I actually really like it. I'm at a stage in my makeup journey where I want to keep cycling through all of my lippy sticks so that I can find my favorites. So I think this one is definitely a keeper. This is definitely a better pink nude for me versus Twilight, which is the lipsticks that I entered this project with. So another product that I rolled in the month of May is my Shades by Sean bronzer in Walnut. I've used this product 10 times, and I can probably say that this is a bronzer that I'm going to keep in my collection to pan. This shade is a really good bronzing shade on the cheeks and forehead, not a good one to bronze the nose. For me, at least, it just makes me look a little bit too muddy and dirty. So I will keep this to pan and probably use it mostly in the summer. Let me just swatch this really quickly for you. I don't know if you can see that. I don't have my contacts in, so I am just gonna play it by ear. But this is a really nice shade for all over the cheeks. Makes you look very bronzed. Definitely looks a little bit more cool toned when I swatch it on the hand, but I think it's because of my complexion and like all of my base products that can make it go a little bit warm and orangey. So it's just dependent on the makeup that I have on my face before I apply this bronzer. But I really like this shade. I can also use this shade as a brown eyeshadow, so definitely going to keep this around in the summertime to play around with a little bit more. And also this might be a bronzer that I would want to pan in the near future. Another cheek product that we rolled in for the month of May is my Seraphine Botanicals highlighter. This is in Oyster. I think this highlighter is so pretty. It's definitely a little bit more pinkish than my Give Them Lala one, which I rolled out last month, but it's a really nice highlight on top of my liquid highlight that I use. You can tell right here it's pinky, a little bit golden. So it's a really nice highlight cheek topper, and I'm just glad I'm able to play with this a little bit more, because this is a new highlighter that I did pull in from my BoxyCharm stash. So I'm just glad that I was able to get a lot of uses out of this. And when I say a lot, I got 12 uses out of this. So I'm so glad I was able to surpass the 10 uses required for this product. And I will be keeping this in my collection to play around with it a little bit more. Is it my favorite highlight that I have been using? I'm not too sure. I think I might prefer the Give Them Lala highlighter a little bit better, but this one is definitely a really nice blush topper and like just kind of topping off the liquid highlighter a little bit. I will be putting this back into my collection, and we shall see if I reach for it down the road. But I'm just glad that I'm able to kind of just keep another highlight in my collection and play and use it with. So another product that we rolled in for the month of May is my Wonder Beauty Sweet Escape palette. This one is a very browny, cool toned purple palette, and I only got 2 uses out of this in the month of May, and that is because I have been using a lot of my Project Pan eyeshadows. I really want to focus on them and make a lot of progress before my next update. So I've only reached for this twice, and I have played with almost every single shade. Frequent Flyer and Out of Office, these two shades right here are the only shades I haven't touched, but all the other shades I have touched, and I really like it. I've been really into purple tones and really nice dramatic brown looks. So I was able to create a couple of looks using this palette. I'm excited to still keep playing with this. We only got to use this in the month of May, but I have a feeling that in the month of June, I'm going to be able to reach for this a little bit more. I'm not sure if I'm gonna hit 10 uses in June, but if I can reach for this palette 3 more times in June, I will be pretty happy. Now talking about products that have been in this project a little longer that we've been working on is the ColourPop lip primer, lippy sticks primer. This one I used 6 times in April, and then in May I actually used this 10 times. So we hit a total use of 16 uses in this project, and I'm really happy I was able to hit 10 uses in the month. I technically didn't need to after I hit 10 uses, but I kept going for it, and that's because I did do my lips before I did my eyes whenever I did my makeup, so it helped remind me to put this lippy sticks primer on first, and that's how I was able to hit my 10 uses. I will be rolling this out, but I think I might be keeping this either in my everyday vanity where I put all my makeup, or I'm gonna keep it at like the front of my lip collection, so that way I can keep getting more uses out of this, because we have this much product left and I think this one is going to expire and be really old if we don't start using it up. I have used it up a lot, as you can tell, like it's that much already used up, but if we just keep putting this on before we put any lippy sticks on, we'll be able to get more uses out of this gradually and probably finish it sometime in the future. Probably not this year, but sometime in the future. So this one will be rolling out. And a ColourPop lippy sticks that we have worked on since April is our Songbird ColourPop lippy sticks. This is a matte formula. It kind of smells like crayon, not gonna lie, but honestly, I feel like this one is going to be used up a little bit more because it is just such a really nice pink. And I use this a lot when I wear very cool toned looks or pinks and purples. I just think it's very flattering. It's not too bold, but it's also not too nude. And I just really like the shade. I used this 8 times in April, and then I used it an additional 2 more times in May to hit my 10 uses on this. And I could have reached for this a little bit more. I wanted to focus on the other lippy sticks, little things. So I set this aside after I hit 10 uses so I can hit 10 uses on that one. All right, another product that we have been working on for quite a while is this NYX glitter primer. Glitter glue primer. I depotted it because in my last update I did say that the packaging broke, so I didn't feel comfortable using it after I found out that it broke. So I did depot it into this Laneige water sleeping mask. It's a face mask. I talked about it in my empties, but I rinsed out the container and I just depotted it all in here. I haven't really been putting my finger in to use it. I've actually been using a brush to keep it like sanitary, but I have used this quite a lot, and since it's stuck on the walls, I've just been using the parts that are on the walls to prime, because you don't need a lot of primer, honestly, when you use it. Like I'm using it today and I hardly ever touched this. Like it was just a very small amount. So this is gonna take me a while to finish. But in this project, I was able to use it 3 times in April before it broke, and then I was able to use it 9 times in the month of May to reach 12 uses. So I will be rolling this out, but of course in my last update I did say that I'm gonna need to be conscious and use this up quicker because now it has been depotted. There was a lot of air exposure and everything, so I'm going to keep this in my everyday vanity makeup collection so that whenever I am doing my eyes, I can pop it a little bit on the eyes and make my eyeshadows look a little bit more vibrant. So now we're gonna talk about some of the beauty products, but they're not makeup. And this first one I'm gonna talk about is my Bath & Body Works fragrance mist in Beautiful Day. I used this 4 times in the month of April, and then I used it 3 times in the month of May to get 7 uses out of this. Now, even though I haven't reached 10 uses out of this one, I am going to be rolling this one out because I just cannot stand the smell anymore. I thought it was just because I used the smell, I thought it was because I used this scent so much that I guess I'm just starting to get sick of it. But I think it's getting to the point where I am so sensitive to certain fragrances now that even with this sprayed on a little bit, just to like freshen up the bathroom or their bedroom or something like that, it lingers too long, and then it makes me really nauseous, and it's just not a good scent for me anymore. So although I didn't reach 10 uses out of this one, I'm glad I was able to get 7. I will be rolling this out, and the reason why I decided to roll it out instead of just using it 3 more times is because I did ask my siblings if they wanted my body mist, because I have 2 more of these, not the same scent, but 2 more body mists, and they said that they would be interested in taking my fragrances off my hands. So I probably will just roll this one out and declutter it, so that way they can use it however they want. I'm just not fond of this anymore, and I don't want to keep it in this project because I can't. I just cannot. I'm sorry, I just can't. I think I'm in a time in my life where fragrances has just become a little bit of a sensitive thing for me these days. I think it's because in my job we have a fragrance policy where you're not supposed to wear fragrances, and so I think because of that policy I just haven't been wearing fragrances for like 3 years or so, to the point where when I do wear a fragrance, this makes me sick. You know, there is one fragrance roller, I don't have it with me, I don't remember what it's called, but it was gifted to me. That is the only fragrance that I can put on that won't make me sick and like nauseous and gag. So I will be keeping that one, but all of the other Bath and Body Works body mist I am going to be decluttering. So that's a long rant, but I just thought I would explain my reason for rolling this out. The next one is my dry shampoo. This is the Veour dry shampoo, and I used this twice in April, and then I used it once in May. So we have 3 total uses on this. That means we have 7 more uses. I am going to keep this in the project until I actually hit 10 uses because I do want to use it up. I think the thing that's hard for this one for me is that it's not an aerosol thing where it kind of helps volumizes my hair when I use it. It's kind of like a pump. So it does dispense a lot of powder into my hair, and then I have to do a really good job at fluffing it out. But you know, I'm not too concerned about this. I will use it when I need it, and if this project stays in for another month, I'm fine with that. Hopefully I can use this another probably 5 more times, I'm not sure, in June. But I have been pretty busy to the point where I can't exactly wash my hair during the days that I want it to. During the days I want to. So I might have to use this a little bit more depending on how busy I am in June. So I'm just hopeful that I will be able to hit a few more uses at least. And last but not least, this is my Ellen Tracy nail polish. This is an orangey, peachy nail polish. I used this 5 times in April, and I used it 5 additional times in May, meaning that we have hit 10 uses on this nail polish, and I am going to be rolling it out. We used a little bit less than halfway. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that, but just right above the writing is where we're at with 10 uses. And I'm just glad to roll this out. Honestly, I want new colors on my nails. Don't look at my nails right now because I have peeled them off, but I'm gonna just roll this out, and I'm not gonna roll in another nail polish for this project as of right now because, again, I am a little bit sensitive to fragrance right now. So even when I was doing my nails, it was making me sick, like nauseous sick. And so I'm gonna roll this out, and on days that I feel okay enough to do my nails, I will just do it and not force myself to use it up. Okay, so we had 8 products rolled out, so now we're gonna roll in 8 products, which I am so excited about. And you probably already know, but the first thing I'm going to talk about are my ColourPop lippy sticks. Again, my husband randomly picked these shades for me, so I had no control over the shades for the month. And he picked Topanga, which is a satin, and Bichette, which is a matte. Topanga is a nice pinky one as well. I think this one is a little bit more like bright pink than Little Things. Let me just swatch Little Things right next to it as well, just so that you can see the difference. This is Little Things, and then this is Topanga, and you can tell it's a brighter pink. It's also a little glossier as well. So they're different pinks for sure. Since it's so vibrant, I feel like I'm not gonna be able to put this on all over the lips just because I wear Invisalign and I don't want to get it in between my Invisalign and my teeth and giving me pink teeth. So this one might have to be like a blotted one where I just blot it on my lips a little bit to give color. So Bichette is a berry shade. This is a matte. It's so close to my Bite Beauty one, the one that I'm using in my project pan right now. This is how it looks like. This one right here, it's very nice and very dark. Definitely not a spring or summer look, lip look I should say, but you know what I can do with this? I can just put it in the center of my lips, or if I do more like dramatic looks, I can probably use this as a dramatic lip as well. Who knows? But we shall see how that one works. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get 10 uses out of this because June is, you know, when I do a lot of summer pinky corally colors. But as you can tell, I have been playing with a lot of makeup, so maybe we'll be able to hit 10 uses. I don't know. We shall see. We shall see. So I am going to be rolling in my Bare Minerals bronzer in Kiss of Rose. This is because I haven't actually used it yet. I've only swatched it a couple of times and I really want to use it. And I feel like it'll be very appropriate in the summertime to use, because you can use it as a bronzer, blush, and it has a sheen to it, so you can use it kind of like a highlight, as a highlighter as well. So it's right here. It's probably a really bad swatch, but as you can tell, it's pinky, browny. It's a little bit shiny, like kind of like sheen. So I think it would be really good for like days when I am in a rush and I can't put all 3 products on. I can reach for this and just head out the door, hopefully. But I'm excited to just roll in a new product. That way I can get to know it and finally be able to just put it in my collection without having to worry and stress myself out because I haven't used it yet. And it's been about 2 months since I bought this and I haven't used it yet. So this is the reason why I like doing Project 10 uses, so I can roll in some stuff like this in and not feel bad or like not feel the pressure of using it, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, I'm just really excited to roll that in. Okay, another cheek product that I'm gonna roll in is my Ofra Rodeo Drive highlighter in my mid-eye palette Face It Medium. It's this highlighter right here. I'm not going to focus on the bronzers because I have enough bronzers to focus on for the month. I am going to use this highlighter 10 times in the month of June, hopefully, because I just want to get through some of my highlights to see which ones I want to finish up and which ones I want to declutter. So this is how it looks like. It's a nice golden highlight, very nice and sheen. This one would be really nice, especially in the summertime. So that's why I chose it specifically. I haven't really been touching my Ofra products, so I thought it would be a good opportunity to put it in this project. So I am entering in a lip liner. I feel like ever since I've been project panning and playing with a lot of makeup this year, I have actually noticed that I am starting to love lip liners. And that is very bizarre to me because when I started playing with makeup at a young age, lip liner was not my favorite makeup product. If anything, it was something that I wouldn't spend my money on. I will use it if it's in my BoxyCharm, or I'll use it if it's gifted to me, but it wasn't something that I would go out of my way to purchase. But this year I have noticed that I actually really love lip liners because it has taught me how to contour and line my lips and also help me enjoy my natural lip shape. I don't do anything crazy. I don't overline or anything. And I really have been liking the combination of a lip liner with a sheer coverage of a lipstick or a tint, and then with a gloss. So this one is my Basic Beauty lip liner in Latte. And I really love the shade because it's just warm enough, brown enough, and pink enough for me to use it as an everyday look. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that swatch, but it's just so nice and warm and browny a little bit. It has enough pink in it where I can wear it with a pink lipstick, enough brown so I can wear a brown gloss or a brown lipstick, you know, stuff like that. So I'm going to enter this in for 10 uses. I have been reaching for this a lot already in the month of May, but I want to actually start using up my lip liners. So I am going to enter this in for this project because after this one, I'm going to keep gradually rolling in my lip liners like how I am doing with my lippy sticks. So that way I can go through all my lip liners and see which ones look great on me and which ones I can declutter and whatnot. So let's see how we do with the lip liner in this project. So if you follow me on my Instagram, you probably noticed that I do have a lot of purple looks. And I think it's just because when I do colorful eye makeup, I tend to just spin the wheel on my phone where it like gives me colors to work with. And a lot of times it's been spinning purples and pinks. And so I've been using this liner a little bit to help tightline to keep the purple theme going. And this is my Farrah gel eyeliner. This is in burnt purple, and I want to get 10 uses on this because this is a liner that I've been really wanting to play with a little bit more, but I just haven't been reaching it for it because I've been using my liners in my project pan, and I don't know why I do that. So I'm going to enter this into a project so I can focus on it a little bit more. This is like a very dark eggplant grape-like purple, which is so different from the actual packaging. I really love this because it's a really nice eggplant purple, but it's dark enough for people to probably mistake it as black. So I can use this as a liner to tightline or even do a wing, and it looks really good. You know what I'm saying? Like it gives you enough purple, but also gives you enough dark depthness. What I'm saying? It gives you enough depth as well as like a black liner. So I'm excited to get more uses out of this. If you like ColourPop and you've been in the loop on social media, ColourPop did their 50% off for their Super Shock eyeshadows because of their birthday celebration. So I actually bought a lot of their Super Shock shadows online when the sale was going on. So I have decided to also randomize and enter in a Super Shock shadow. And for the month of June, I'm going to enter Frog. And I swatched this already. It's just so beautiful. I feel like it's just such a nice topper. I love it so much. This one, I completely fell in love with it when I saw it online because it has so many colors in it. It's blue, green, it has pink, it has silver. Oh my gosh, it's just so colorful. And I think this would be a really nice eyeshadow topper on every look, honestly. And so I'm excited to enter this in and get 10 uses out of this so that way we can roll in another one. And last but not least, I'm gonna roll in my About Face the Performer Skin Focused Foundation. I am in the shade LM2 Neutral. I've used this a couple of times already and I really love it. And I just want to get to know it a little bit more. So I feel like with this project, I can enter this one in and get to know it a little bit better before I rotate in another complexion product. And so we're going to play with this a little bit more. Also, I feel like it's like a really good shade match for me, and especially in these warmer months where I'm gonna have a lot of sun exposures. Alright everyone, that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for just being here with me and letting me talk about my Project 10 uses. Let me know what products you think I will hit 10 uses on in the month of June and what products you think will be a challenge to me. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Comment down below on what you'd like to see next, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!